Well guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be diving into my 2005 Ford F350 with the 6.0 Power Stroke V8, and we're going to be kind of fixing the exhaust, upgrading the exhaust from its current setup. When I purchased this truck came with a half exhaust where it was cut just above the cab, and I kind of want to change it up so it goes through a whole system where it dumps out the back rear tire traditionally. Now there are a few reasons for that, namely just the look and also the at idle, the smell on the interior and everything. I just kind of want to give it an upgraded look. So I'm going to show you what I'm going with. I got a buddy going to be showing up pretty soon who's going to help me do it. He's a heavy duty mechanic, my buddy Martin, and he is going to dive into doing some of the heavy lifting with it since he's the expert at it. So I want this thing done right. Call in some help with your friends and get it done properly. So let's dive in. I'm going to show you what I've got, and of course I'll list all the part numbers below here in the description of the video. And if you're looking for a upgraded system, this may be the one for you. Well guys, what I went with is a 4-inch Flo Pro Exhaust. This is without the catalytic converter. It'll come with the downpipe from the turbo back. So this is kind of the open box, just inspecting everything, and this is what you could expect to get. It's full of clamps, extra, piping and everything. So I should have some parts left over. We'll see what we have. I do have a Sawzall if we have to make any adjustments or cutting the old system out, which should be no problem. So anybody looking for a kit like this, my truck is a 2005. As again, it's got the 6.0 in it. It's the extended cab with the 6.5-foot box. Not sure if that makes a difference, but it may deal with it. So box is upside down, so I'm going to flip the camera upside down. I'll flip everything over in the video. This is MEL 421025. I guess product reference, and then maybe that's the part number there. I'll cross-reference everything and make sure it is the right one if you have the same similar truck. So anyway, that's what I'm going with. The only thing I had to buy extra that's not included in this kit is a V-band clamp. And again, so I went to my favorite diesel retailer, OCD, here in Edmonton, and they hooked me up with all my 6-liter parts, accessories, and service. And this is no different. So we got this V-band clamp. Of course, it's good to have this as a new replacement since you're replacing all the parts. Unless yours is in really good shape or has been done recently, I would suggest grabbing that before you start this project. So that's kind of where we're at. Now, let's go and take a look at the current setup and what we're going to do to make it a little bit better. Well guys, there she is. Like I said, she dumps out just before the back wheel on the passenger side. And again, I believe it is a 4-inch exhaust, and I got some hangers up there and the like. So shouldn't be too bad of a job. Lots of clearance here, and we're gonna go from it. Sounds really good. I'll throw some stock clips on. But it does sound perfect. That's why I'm keeping the 4-inch exhaust, because I like that note the best. That 747 tarmac turbo spin is that whistle that I'm going with. So again, no catalytic converter, no muffler, and just a straight 4-inch exhaust. This one's gonna, like I said, come out the back wheel. In terms of tips, I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet. For now, I don't have one, so it's just going to be stock. If I don't like it and I want to kind of increase the size for aesthetic purposes, then I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. But anyway, let's open up the hood, take a look at the turbo, and put this plumbing all together. Well guys, here we go. Everybody's favorite diesel to hate, or one of the top 3 anyway. This is completely stock engine. Again, I have no modifications with this. It is as stock as the day Ford built it, except for that exhaust change. Okay guys, we have all the kit laid out on the floor. This kit does come with some extra parts here, namely if you have a longer box or the 8-foot box with the 4-door crew cab. So this kit does allow for certain configurational changes. But anyway, we believe that this is what I'm going to look at for my connection process. So we'll start off with the downpipe that gets connected to the turbo. All that massive horsepower and torque that gets expelled through the exhaust is plumbed through this piping, and then again it gets down through the regular system. So it's got the hangers, it's got the connection points, the whole kit is complete, but this is what it should look like on my truck when it's done. And then we're going to exit out the tailpipe. What do you think of the 6.0s? Don't pay attention to them. He's from Yellowknife. They don't. Well, they would know a good diesel if one rolled coal over them.
Cummins all the way.
Martin used to own a, what is it, a 98, 99 Cummins? Or no, 01.
2001.
So he had a 2001 2500.
Extended cab, short box.
It was like this truck. Same type of body configuration.
5-inch lift.
So what is it? So you had a 5-inch lift.
35s, 4-inch MPRP exhaust. I did put a fluid dampener on the front of it. Seemed to quieten it down a little bit.
Did you have a catch can?
No, but I did do the RV 275 injectors on it.
Okay.
And I had a TS MVP timing chip on it as well. Pretty good. A set of gauges on it and stuff.
All its glory. And then you got rid of it, and now he's driving 2018.
2018 around 1500.
With a good old Hemi.
Hemi.
So he's a diesel mechanic, but out of the diesel world as a driver. So the life goes on. He's too busy to work on it to own one now. Okay guys, we're back at it. We just got the downpipe done. Took a little bit of negotiation, but not too bad. And so now the whole system is out. Let's go see what we have. Everything's in relatively good shape. So there's the V-bang clamp. I could have used it, but you know, it is a wear and tear item. So for the cost of a new one, you're having a whole new system. It'd be foolish to use those type of old parts. Might as well get them when you can. So anyway, there's a downpipe. That's the last of it. So now it is completely flushed of the old system. And now time for the new one. So kind of a reverse order. And keep plugging away until we run to the end of the truck and then fire up and see how she sounds. Okay guys, progress continues. Had to do a little bit of fighting and finagling with the pipe for the turbo and the downpipe there. Just, you know, lack of access. So we kind of removed this upper part here. We removed the intercooler pipe just to gain better access. Again, it just makes life a little bit easier. The more you can remove an access, the less kind of wrestling match you'll have to do. But anyway, that downpipe is in, and we locked it into place. We didn't tighten it right down just so we can have some movement in it, and there we go. So she's a lot larger than the stock one, so we'll see how much more noise emanates from it. But anyway, guys, that's the hardest step. The rest of it should go a little bit easier. So let's bring it on to the next step, and we'll show you the progress as we plumb the exhaust. Well, guys, I was going to do a full episode of us from tip to tail or from tail to tip install and document as we go along, but we kind of got hung up on some missing parts, namely the rear hanger there, and there's a couple other clamps that I had to kind of get, and my buddy Martin was running on a little bit of a time constraint, so I kind of put it off, and it took basically a few days, and Martin had to rush out of here, so we did kind of a rush job. Not a rush job, but we kind of rushed it without doing any videoing of the actual install as we went along. So anyway, it's all done right now. She's looking really good. Let me crawl under here and show you. It was a pretty good install. It basically was a quick bolt-in with no issues. Like I said, I had to replace some of the hangers back there were missing, and some of the rubber grommets were missing as well, so that kind of took some time into ordering back and forth. It wasn't like I said we had everything, but as you can see, she's really good. I don't have a tip on it. I don't expect to have a tip. I'm going to keep it the way it is for now. I kind of like it the way it is. So she's looking good, but yeah, let's talk about from under the hood all the way down to the tail. Starting up front, I'll see if I can zoom it in for you guys. There we go. So The kit comes with everything. Now, we did opt to buy the V-bang clamp for the turbo just because the older one wasn't, you know, in the greatest shape. You don't know what you're dealing with, and you might as well start putting everything that you can installed new. The kit was perfect and it installed generally easy. However, you know, we were missing a few things on this truck that if you're just doing a factory straight install, most of the times you won't be missing my hangers and rubber grommets. This had a modified exhaust, so they did those items were missing, which took time out of the week to get it all done properly. But anyway, guys, this is it. So we started off here with the turbo intake. It is a lot larger than the stock one, and so we did that with a new V-bang clamp. And then coming underneath here, as you can tell, let me scooch a little bit more, it all fit nicely. Again, it's just a real straight install. Everything else had the original clamps, bang clamps and everything. So again, this is its maiden voyage. Again, just install. That rubber piece there was missing, and then, like I said, the rear hanger was missing. So that's what I had to run around and get. It took me a couple of days to finally get everything, but as you can see, she's a whole new exhaust. Sounds a lot better. I'll definitely give you guys a sound clip on it and do some drive-bys, and you can tell me what you think of it. Well, guys, she's sounding really good, and I like the way it looks. It actually fit perfect. So again, the exhaust is done. I'm not doing anything else to the truck in terms of adding a tip or redoing everything other than a few adjustments. I think she's pretty well done. But excuse the daylight or the sun wash, a little bit of the wind. I don't have my external mic. I just wanted to film it, and of course the wind picks up. So she's sounding really good. And yeah, I'm quite pleased with it. Really good install. So again, this is a perfect or a must mod for your 6.0. I did change the tailgate out to this King Ranch one. It was a lot better, even though it's a different color. I'm gonna have to still be on the hunt for one that will be a little bit better shape, and again, either paint it or live with it. So anyway, there we go. I'll shut her off. You can hear that turbo wind down. And then I'll do some B-rolls, and then we'll wrap up the video. Well, guys, that concludes today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. The exhaust is awesome. The next mod coming up is the headache rack, which will be in a few days. But anyway, I'm going to go for a cruise and enjoy the sound of a 6.0. If you're in Alberta and you're looking for some modifications or parts for your 6.0 or any diesel for that matter, go visit the guys at OCD in Edmonton, along with Powerhouse Machining, who'll get you on the road with a lot of horsepower kicking the ground. So anyway, guys, thanks for coming along, and we will catch you on the next episode of Cordetti Motorsports. Sorry about that wind noise, didn't bring my mic, but we'll fix that in the next episode. You guys stay loose for now.